Hey everybody,
Hey,
here with some Sekiro.
yeah, remember when we said that this is a Souls channel now? Well, we weren't kidding.
This is part of the Seki Soulsborne, as they call it now, series.
Yeah, this is the only Soulsborne game I've never beaten. If you really even want to call it a Soulsborne game, like I feel like it's pretty different.
Oh, it's very
It's
different.
kind of its own thing. Like Bloodborne is pretty different, but it's still like close enough to Souls, but this is like very different.
So I'm gonna be playing this one,
Yeah.
and yeah, Brennan's not gotten super far in this one, as far as I know.
I got past the horse guy.
So yeah, Brennan's not gotten super far.
I mean, it was like 10 hours in. I think you're underselling it a little bit.
That's the first boss, though. I mean, it
It's
might have
not
been
the first boss.
Yeah, it is.
No, I fought several bosses.
No, there's mini bosses and then there's bosses. You fought
Sure,
one
but
real
there's hardly a
boss.
distinction.
But Rob has gotten to about this same point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Rob's still out sick. Maybe he'll join us for this eventually.
Personally, though, I have gotten to the end of the game. I just never beat it. I got pretty frustrated with the end, and I just kind of went on to try something else for a little bit and got roped into that, and then never went back for whatever reason.
Yeah. I'm more of a Ghost of Tsushima guy.
I've played about 5 minutes of that game and I stopped I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't give it that much of a fair chance, but I wasn't a huge fan of what I was playing so far.
I didn't get that far in it, but I did really like it. If anybody out there is still hasn't played it and wants to, definitely wait for the PS5 version because it's at 4K 60.
Yes, so when you get a PS5 in about 2.5 years.
What do you mean? I already got one. I got that and the Xbox.
I meant the general audience.
Yeah, I didn't really like this game too much. But I do want to give it another chance. I think I might go back to it when I'm done with Demon Souls. Maybe not right away.
I think personally this is my favorite FromSoftware game. The only one that I think would maybe be a competition is Bloodborne.
You haven't played Demon Souls though.
That is true.
It's very good.
I'm sure I'll like that one a lot, but this one is...
it's my favorite.
I mean, there's a reason, in my opinion, this one won Game of the Year, you know?
Bloodborne is the hard one because it runs like garbage. So
Yeah,
it's hard to compare against the other ones.
I loved it until I tried to play it, like, after getting used to 140 frames per second.
Yeah. Like, Bloodborne is probably my favorite one. If it ran at 60, then it definitely would be my favorite one.
Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind here is the story. This one has like a lot more of a real story than any of the other ones before. If I had to
which I
give an
didn't like
opinion.
too much. I liked the subtle stories of the Souls games and how the lore was hidden in the item descriptions. And the story was there if you wanted it, but you could just ignore it and play the game also.
Yeah, this one's
much more traditional.
This one is a bit more traditional in that sense, but I do think there's still a lot of subtleties that just wouldn't make sense unless you really dug deep.
Why are we playing the subbed also?
Because it was just what I had it on by default.
You a sub guy?
No, actually, I preferred it with the American voices, but people were like talking about this is some of the best voice acting of all time if you play it with the Japanese voice. So then I gave it a shot, and I mean, I unfortunately, I don't know Japanese, so
See,
it's
that's how
hard.
I always feel because okay, so I love Attack on Titan, and Attack on Titan is known to have like a decent dub, but people say the sub is like legendary, like maybe one of the best animes voice acting of all
Hold
time.
on.
So I listen to it and I'm like, well, I don't even know if this is good because they're speaking Japanese. So how am I supposed to know if this is good voice acting or not? And people will
Okay,
talk about, well, you can
so
understand the tone and whatever, but I don't. So I just like listening to the dub.
yeah, that's how I felt, but I just totally forgot the change. And also, I'm not using an Xbox controller, so it's gonna
Yeah, he's
say
using mouse and keyboard.
no, I'm not.
No, he's using a Guitar Hero guitar.
Yeah, that's how true gamers play this game.
One thing I want to say, like that, I don't know if you know this, but like this is much closer to FromSoftware's older franchise Tenchu than it is the Souls games. This is basically them making another Tenchu game, but nobody knows what Tenchu is because they only got famous when they made the Souls games.
This is gonna be a little weird for me for a minute here, because I gotta get used to when it says X not hitting X.
Hmm. The last Tenchu game was in 2009, which is also the same year Demon Souls came out. So once they started making the Souls game, that's pretty much took over their whole company.
Yeah.
You think we're going to hear about Elden Ring this year? Game Awards are this week. That's where we first heard about Elden
Did
Ring.
that
Was at
already
the Game
get
Awards.
cited? What the
Yeah.
heck just happened?
See, my problem with this game was that I didn't really like the whole parry system. I didn't like how if you didn't parry, you were just dead.
I liked it, but well, you got to get really good at it. I did eventually, but I will
It's
say
just like it was way too unforgiving.
I forgot at the beginning
my
you don't
opinion.
have a sword at all. I was gonna kill those guys.
Yeah, this game does run at a locked 60 on PS5 now with backwards compatibility.
I think we're playing it at 60
Yeah,
on PC here.
I might go back to it because of that. Maybe the parries will be easier to pull off
I did
with
notice
that
it
increased
was
frame rate.
significantly I was significantly better at playing it on PC as compared to PS4. That's what I played the game on mostly.
Yeah. I found like Demon Souls to be a lot easier because of that. I mean, you never played the original Demon Souls, but boy did that game struggle.
Yeah. By the way, if you're looking for the story here, we're not going to be going into much in depth with it because I don't feel like
It's
it.
no Ghost of Tsushima.
I just mean we're not going to like sit and listen.
Did you
not
see
talk.
the Player's Voice award for the Game Awards where the players like vote on the Game of the Year? The Last of Us 2 was winning by a lot, and then all the Last of Us 2 haters found out and all rallied together and made Ghost of Tsushima win.
Look, I haven't played much of Ghost of Tsushima, but it's really disheartening that they just automatically say it's better than Last of Us 2 when they probably didn't even give Last of Us 2 a decent chance.
It was in like a distant second, and then people were like, oh, this is rigged. We need to come together and make sure that Last of Us 2 doesn't win. So they all rallied together to vote Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
And Ghost of Tsushima won.
it's upsetting.
I think there's like a 90% chance that The Last of Us 2 takes home Game of the Year at the Game Awards, though. Sure, this will not age very well
I need to get that
when
Series
this video
X.
comes out.
I need to get that Series X controller.
It's great. I love it. Everybody just keeps saying, "Oh, it's the exact same thing," and I think that's really underselling it. Why do you need it though?
What is she even saying? I should probably have read that. Wolf. I do have one
Put
more
the
thing to
doves
give
on.
you. Yeah, I don't think you can after you're already in the game.
I'm pretty sure you can.
No? Whoops.
It might be in game options.
pretty sure you have to change it before you start. We could maybe
Dang.
go back to the menu, like the main menu.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll do
it
that
between episodes.
We'll do that for next episode.
Look, guys, I'm sure the Japanese is great, but we don't speak Japanese. We don't know that it's great.
Yeah. We have to go find a secret passage. That's what she says, okay? Jeez. I don't want to listen. One thing is that I thought is cool is if you play Overwatch. How do I heal again?
I don't think you can yet.
I got the gourd. Oh, I gotta put it on my quick items. And then it's... What button is it?
Square?
It's up on the D-pad.
Yeah, that's really gonna mess me up coming from Demon Souls. I think I'm not on controls here, switching back and forth between them.
Oops. Come on. Swing at me.
Oh man, what do you do to you?
To be fair, in that scenario, it really did kind of look like he was just like swinging, and I just totally ruined his day.
I think you would really like Ghost of Tsushima, to be honest, though. I don't think you got that far in it.
I probably would. I just haven't given it a great shot.
Definitely should at some point.
I will. I think
as a little eye.
When that came out, I think I was super into Last of Us 2.
And Origami King.
So it's kind of hard to give anything new a chance.
Yep. There was a lot of games coming out around that time. There's The Last of Us 2, Origami King, and the Destroy All Humans remake for me. And just like a few weeks after, a lot of other games start coming out, like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
This was a great year for games, honestly.
Yeah. It felt a little slow for me because I didn't play all of them. Or many of them, even.
I played a ton of them.
Whoops. Well, guess we're just gonna fight. It's fine. I was never a huge fan of doing the stealth anyway.
Yeah, I'm much more of a fan of dying.
You see, though, I don't die.
This is like what my problem with the game is, though. Like, if you would have missed a single one of those, you would have died. Like, this game demands perfection.
That's why I like it so much. You just can't miss.
It's ridiculous. Like, in Dark Souls and Bloodborne, you can take a few hits.
Yeah.
In this game, you can take like one.
You can take a couple. It's not usually on like
one.
On like super strong enemies.
Getting more healing items and stuff always never even made a difference because.
Oh, I died. I missed that one up a bit. Death.
Do you get to come back?
Yeah.
Not yet.
There's a whole thing about it. I think I will. Oh no, I don't. What the heck?
Not yet.
Oh no, it's after the beginning sequence. That's right. There's like a whole spiel about it. I forgot.
This will be the only Soulsborne game that I haven't platinumed, so that'll be like, that's really my biggest motivation for wanting to go back to it.
Yeah, well, the thing about this game is like you can't actually get hit really if you just hold this. Like you'll always block it. It's the fact that you have to time it. It's that they wear you down. Like you can't just keep doing it. That's what the posture meter is about.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your stance if you keep getting hit over and over.
Now I said I beat the guy on the horse, but I did play farther than that. I played to like some boss on a rooftop.
On a
and
rooftop?
I couldn't beat him. You like had to climb up to this roof. It was in the area with all the like the monkeys that would fly at you, and then you go up to a roof.
Well, no wonder you're not supposed to go there right away.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like that's where I did get to that part. So I didn't like stop the horse guy. That was just the last like major boss that I beat.
You're supposed to like kind of. You can get to that guy and then beat him, but you're supposed to like kind of realize that it's way too hard.
But like to me, it was like the whole game is this hard. So how am I supposed to know that this is any harder?
Yeah.
Like, regular enemies kill me in one hit. So how is this any different?
Yeah,
how am I supposed to know not to go this way?
There's a lot of stuff you could do other than that. So you gotta eavesdrop, and then they'll tell you where stuff is, but I already know where stuff is, so we're not gonna listen.
I've been playing a lot of games set in Japan recently. This is just reminding me of that. I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is fantastic. I've been playing 13 Sentinels. I've been playing 2 Persona games, which are fantastic.
I've been playing Terraria.
Yeah, classic.
It could be set in Japan if you want it to be.
And I've been playing a lot of Demon Souls also. The grind in that game to get your weapons to max, like to find the materials, is insane. I was just farming materials for about 4 to 5 hours today, and I still need like 4 more of one thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you play Overwatch, Hanzo, Hanzo's ultimate move is like he really unleashes the power of the wolf, and when he does it, he like says like something about like Okamio, blah blah blah, something, I don't know, and it's a lot cooler when you know that means wolf. Because I didn't know that until I played this with this Japanese subtitles, because I don't know Japanese at all. I know like konnichiwa.
I was doing the Duolingo for Japanese for a little bit. It was really hard.
I've always wanted to learn more of it, but you know, just don't.
It's a very tough language to come to from English.
So this is the guy, you're supposed to die to him, but there's people that beat him right now, which is extreme. It's the last boss. So the fact that anyone could beat him now is insane. But the funniest part about it is you can't actually beat him. If you beat him, it just cuts to a different cutscene where they still kill you.
Yeah, beat the boss, lose the cutscene.
I don't care about the cutscene enough to ever try actually beating him. I couldn't beat him normally with all my abilities.
Now this looks like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. This is my favorite like arena. It reminds me a lot of the Gehrman fight.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem. He does those moves that are unblockable, but we don't have anything to parry the unblockable moves yet. We have to unlock that. So yeah, you'll definitely die. Oh what? Oh jeez. Also, your posture meter is like super small at this point.
It's funny how I remember like none of this.
Well, this is just the opening sequence.
Yeah, I guess it's been close to like 2 years since this game came out too. I was thinking it was like 1, but
If anybody's wondering why I'm not just dying, it's because I'm not a quitter. Except for when I quit. Okay, I died. I tried to heal by pressing triangle. Forgot it's not triangle.
Triangle. Playing Bloodborne?
Yeah. Well, I'm not right now, but that's the last one I played.
It's funny how FromSoft has like 3 different buttons for heals in their games.
Yeah, also, I can't play these games with a Xbox controller, because on the Xbox One controller at least, the R1 button is like clicky. So like,
yeah, that's why the Series X controller is way better, because it's not.
yeah, it's clicky, so like you have to click it and it just does not. It's like a hard button to push when you're trying to spam it to hit fast.
Yeah, that's why I like the Series X controller. It's still clicky, but it's not as clicky.
I think I like the triggers on the Xbox controller better, but not the bumpers.
I do on the Series. Series X controller is a huge improvement. I bought the controller before I even decided to buy the console.
I'm pretty sure it's like literally just the Elite controller.
Maybe, I don't know. They still sell the Elite controller for $180, so I don't think it's the exact same. It doesn't have the back buttons like the Elite controller does. But the nicest thing about the Series X controller is that it's USB-C.
Yeah,
so I don't have to like constantly change my cords out.
After this part, if I at some point die, I do get to come back.
Got you.
There's a whole story about it, about how the way you stayed alive in the first place is that you are consumed with the blood of the dragon and it's poisoning you. And the more that you come back, the more people get poisoned by the blood of the dragon. So like you can lose NPCs, but like it's pretty easy.
See, that's another thing that
it's pretty easy not
so
to.
punishing about this game is that like they punish you so much for dying, but it's so hard to not die.
Yeah. Also, you lose all your money, or no, half your money, half it.
It's just so stressful, man.
And there's no way to get it back. That's the part that really is frustrating. The whole dragon rot thing, though, it's pretty easy to avoid once you know what to do. It's just that you actually have to know what to do.
Yeah.
This is why I love this game, though. The grappling hook is so cool.
That part's pretty cool.
It's so, like, pretty. Like, I could just look at the, skyline for, like, forever.
It's pretty. Ghost of Tsushima definitely outdoes it there.
I wouldn't doubt that, but especially in 4K when I was playing it on the Pro, PS4 Pro, it was really nice. Meant to do a death blow, but it didn't work.
It's your blood stain.
We playing online?
Looks like it.
I did not mean to play online.
I mean, whatever.
I've never played online, actually.
Can you get invaded?
Hope not. People that are still playing this game are definitely way better than me.
So when are you gonna play Demon Souls?
When I can get a PlayStation 5.
Come on, man, you gotta do it.
If you wanna loan me yours, maybe.
I gotta play Demon Souls. And Miles Morales.
Whoops.
You think God of War Ragnarok will really come out in 2021?
I hope so.
I don't think there's any way it comes out in 2021.
I'm really looking forward to that game, so
I would bet money that it gets delayed.
I'm fine with that. as long as it's good.
Yeah, I don't care. But I just like, I'm like so skeptical of release dates nowadays.
Yeah, it almost never happens if it's a big game.
Dude, Nintendo swore Breath of the Wild was gonna come out in 2015.
Silk Song's been supposed to come out for like 2 years now.
Yeah, that one's a little more forgivable because it's made by 3 people.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I've been seeing a lot of people call Ori in the Blind Forest and Ori in the Will of the Wisp, especially Will of the Wisp. I've seen a lot of people calling it an indie game, and I just want to say, like, what? How in the world is Ori an indie game? It's published by Microsoft and made by almost 100 people.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really use the term correctly anymore.
I think people kind of just call 2D games indie games.
Well, they still call Minecraft an indie game. It started out as one, sure, but now it's made by like the biggest company of all time.
Yeah, just like Ori.
Not even just Microsoft. It's made by Microsoft and Mojang, and Mojang is huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the same situation as Ori.
It's also the best-selling game of all time, other than like maybe Tetris. So,
don't think it's beating Tetris.
Yeah, probably. So I don't really know if it could possibly count as indie in any way.
The Tetris sales also kind of cheap because every like different version of Tetris, like Tetris DS and stuff, like are counted in the sales, even though they're like different games.
Well, you could say the same thing about Minecraft.
No, because it's always like the same game.
Well,
like Tetris DS is like not just Tetris; it's like a whole different game.
Well, depends on who you ask. Like Bedrock Edition and Java Edition are actually fairly different. They're more or less the same, but they do have some pretty key differences.
It's the same base.
Okay, so this is a mini boss up here. So we're gonna go... Oh wait, I forgot. You can get a stealth blow on him. I'm gonna try to do that instead. Almost every mini boss in the game you can get a stealth blow. If you can't, then they're probably really hard.
I remember spending a long time on the drunkard.
You can get a stealth blow on him. It's just really annoying to set it up.
I feel like I did a lot of the time. The annoying part about the drunkard was that he would kill you like in 2 hits, like, you know, every boss does. But then you would have to go back and very slowly clear out every enemy in the arena, because otherwise it would be like 5-on-1 and it would be impossible.
Yeah, well, one thing about the drunkard that's very important is you're not required to beat him anytime, like even remotely soon in the game. There's there's a certain point where when you're like more prompted to go that way, where you're much more ready, because you have to after him you face Lady Butterfly, who is like one of the harder bosses in the game.
Yeah,
so you really should be more ready.
I don't think I ever actually fought her.
I mean I beat her.
Might have went into the fight. I don't remember. Did you ever play Neo?
No.
I didn't really like Neo either. I played that one for about 15 hours or so, Neo 1. I really didn't like the loot and gear systems of it more than anything. But I've always kind of been curious about Neo 2 because I've heard it was like a pretty big improvement. Never really liked a Souls game not made by FromSoftware.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Unless you count some of the 2D ones like Blasphemous.
So I just got a prayer bead and a gourd seed. Prayer bead, if you get 4 of them, you can upgrade your health, I think. And then
I have no idea.
The gourd seed gives you another healing item. It's like the Estus flask.
That one I know.
Hold on, let me look, actually.
Yeah, let's read those item descriptions. That's where all the lore is.
Rare bead. Maximum vitality and posture. So yeah, that's like your health.
Gotcha.
There's other stuff you get that increases your attack. I think you get them after each boss, though.
Oh yeah, I remember going through this area 30 times.
Yeah. This area is pretty hard if you're new to the game.
Well, most people going through this area are.
Yeah.
Because it's like the first area.
Probably should have used a heal or a rest, actually. Whoops.
Even the
wrong
arrows take out like most of your health.
button. Well, that's a gun.
Whatever. Guns in Bloodborne do like nothing.
But I see your point. See, you don't even have to fight these guys, though. You just go down here.
Yeah, I guess. I just, I didn't like being a coward. But if you're cool with that,
I'm gonna go fight them. I just gonna do something different first. Oh,
die.
that first.
What, you can't come back if you fall? That's not fair.
I think it's just loading in the cutscene. Oh no, you can't actually. Yeah, if you fall to your death, you can't come back because you're supposed to come back like in the same spot. I forgot about that. That was kind of annoying. I remember.
My screen has become extremely pixelated. So, I'll do my best to comment.
Well, basically, I just want to get down here. Go this way first. Because if you go this way first...
Then you can die.
Why can't I grab it?
Why not just press the thing before jumping? Look, you actually
because I can just go down here.
Why'd you come back this time?
Because you don't take lethal damage from falling. I just didn't have... I just was low on health.
Gotcha. Still took a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot. It takes like...
Demon Souls does like this pretty annoying thing where like you don't take a lot of fall damage in general, but at a certain height, it's an instant kill no matter what. So it could be like you take like no damage, but then you go like a foot higher and all of a sudden you're dead.
So we gotta get these firecrackers. They cost 500. And I have 66. That's another thing.
There.
There's some pretty broken items in this game. The firecrackers are pretty crazy how like overpowered they can be sometimes. Let's just ignore that guy. Not important. What's important is talking to this guy. She's blind, and she thinks that we're her son, so she's gonna give us a bell that lets us go to the other area.
Nice.
She's also trying to talk to her son, because she says she can't find him, and he's like 2 feet away from her.
Dude, what did he do to you?
The chickens?
Yeah.
They're super loud if you don't kill them. What? Why am I not moving? Okay, so that should bring us up to 400 something, so we're almost able to get those firecrackers. The light coin purses are 100, right? Not 50? I should probably check.
No idea. Doesn't say. You're gonna have to use it.
I'll wait till I get one more, just in case I lose it. Or get to 100. Actually, if I have 4, they cost 110, but I think they give you 100.
That sounds right.
So there's a guy over there with a mortar. That'll really ruin my day. So we're gonna have to do something about him. Usually you can like sneak up on him, but it's fine.
That's gunpowder.
I don't know why, but it was like not super loud before, but I think it's kind of like really loud right now. I'll turn it down a little.
Doesn't sound loud to me.
Maybe I'll just do 6 then. Just want to be cautious. I don't want to be blowing anyone's eardrums out, or drowning out our talking. So let's see here. We're a bit over on time actually. So
I guess that'll be an episode.
Yeah, maybe next episode we'll grab the firecrackers and go take on the chained ogre.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, so we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Yep, bye bye.